I'm a psychiatrist, and today I want us to talk just a little bit about your ideal self, your superego. So, each one of us has got one. We've got that version of ourselves that we've made up in our mind of who we are supposed to be or who we are supposed to become. And so our ideal self exists in a perfect environment, in a certain environment. Your ideal self is calm, your ideal self is patient, it's tolerating, it's composed, it's confident. Your ideal self is careful, your ideal self takes calculated risks. Your ideal self doesn't make mistakes, your ideal self is pure. Your ideal self is clean hearted, authentic, sincere. Your ideal self is genuine. That is the version of yourself that you've created in your perception. It's the person you continually work towards becoming, but you haven't actually achieved it. And because your ideal self exists in a perfect environment, sometimes you attach to that idea too strongly, such that you become detached from the actual reality that you live in. And the reality may be that you're not as patient as you think you are, you're not as careful as you think you are, you're not as understanding, you're not a good listener, as much of a good listener as you think you are. And you'll realize that this discrepancy can bring a lot of disharmony within a person, because in a situation where they have been disappointed, they they attach too strongly to their ideal self than to their actual self in reality, where they are flawed, where they make mistakes, where they are prone and susceptible to being wrong, where they are vulnerable to misreading situations, miscalculating situations. And so, in a situation where they get disappointed, they may not find themselves easily assessing their contribution to that disappointment. And they would wholly and completely put the blame on the other person. Yet they're the ones who are feeling acutely hurt, intensely hurt. And you'd realize that sometimes that comes as a result of attaching too strongly to the person they think they should be, such that they are not able to tell the difference between that person in their perception and this person in reality. And when you can help a client or a patient come to terms with that, it really sort of makes a knot come undone, and it can be very liberating in getting to understand situations.